Wait a minute.
His decision was.
That'll only cause more trouble.
What are you doing here?
That is truly the stupidest question I've heard in a long time.
Never mind.
He ran like Beliar himself was after him.
What are you hoping to find here in the Valley of Mines?
Gold and honor. What else?
I believe this is gonna
When I'm
change.
finished with the dragon, I'll be swimming in gold. Enough to spend the rest of my life frequenting every tavern and cat house in the country.
Sort things out.
Either that, or you'll be dead.
So what? That's part of
you
it.
get that
If you
up
want to get rich, you gotta take a few risks.
You don't have to tell me that.
How would you like to work for me from now on?
Can't go on like this forever.
Why not? What are you paying?
He thinks it's as easy as that.
Well, I'll pay you 100 gold coins for now.
Things out.
All right then. To start
He may have
anyway.
done that.
Go ahead. I'll follow you.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
This is where our collaboration should end, I think.
Suit yourself. I can think of better things too.
Beliar himself was
So
after
long.
him.
And there's more.
You have anything to drink?
I assume that it's not water you
It's the
want.
first I've heard of it.
No, damn it. I need something alcoholic so I can finally get rid of these damned headaches. When I haven't had anything to drink for a while, my skull feels like it's gonna explode at any moment.
That will never change.
Here, take this.
I wouldn't be so sure.
You don't have to tell me that.
That hit
You
the
have to
spot.
step in and
So-
sort things out.
Now I can think clearly again.
That's no secret.
What can I do for you?
He didn't get that from me.
What are you doing here anyway?
I don't have any idea what
That
we're
was
doing
no big
here or when
deal.
it'll start. And I don't care as long as I have enough to
He
drink.
ran like Beliar himself was after him.
Do you know where the dragons are
It
then?
isn't true.
What's in it for me if I tell you?
You have to step in and sort things out.
I've still got a
rely on
bottle of
that.
gin.
I'd fight every dragon in the world for a
I
fine
get so
vintage.
worked up.
Agreed. Give me the bottle.
Things
I'll
would have
keep
turned out
that
differently
for a
if it
rainy
hadn't
day.
been For us.
It can't go on like this forever.
Been there, done that.
All right now, where are those dragons?
Naturally, I can't tell you anything precise, but I've heard that there are supposed to be 4 dragons. We've seen a red glow over the highest mountain at night. I swear by my mother, if you're looking for a
Things would have
dragon,
turned
then
out
you'll
differently
definitely
if it
find
hadn't
one
been for
there.
us.
I already thought as much.
I'm looking for
Don't have
someone
to
who
tell
can
me
teach
that.
me something.
I could teach you a few things. I'm the best
Can't
fighter for
believe that.
miles around. Since we're friends, I'll give you a
What do you know
special
about
price. 300 gold pieces.
I'm not touching that.
All right, here's the money.
Things would have turned out differently if it hadn't been for us.
Here's something to drink for you.
Said.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
I'm feeling a lot better. I'm ready for anything.
That's no secret.
He didn't get that from me.
I see you've joined the Dragon Hunters.
Staying out of
I followed Silvio into the Valley of Mines because I know my way around here best. Wanted to get a clear picture of the situation. I'll tell you
Would have
what,
turned out differently
something's
if it
definitely
hadn't been
brewing
for us.
here. I've never seen so many orcs in one place in all my life. It wouldn't surprise me if Garand and the paladins in the castle had all fled or been slain by now.
I've got my own opinion about that.
What are your plans now?
I'll follow the boys here to the Valley of Mines first, and then take off later. I really have to find out what the orcs are planning.
That was no
I'll
big
see you
deal.
around.
Look out for yourself.
He ran like Beliar himself.
Hey, come over here.
What do you want?
This valley's a dangerous place, and without the right equipment, you'll find yourself dead in no time.
I assume that you've got the right equipment.
You guessed it. I might even sell it to you.
What can you offer me? Do you sell information as well?
That depends. If the price is right, I'll tell you everything I know.
How much do you charge?
Hard to say. But I think that 50 gold pieces for every piece of information I give you sounds about right.
I need some information.
50 gold pieces.
Yes, here. Now tell me about the orcs.
The orcs haven't been here long. At least those orcs in front of the castle, that is. But I'm wondering about how well they're organized. Orcs usually attack blindly, no matter what. These orcs are biding their time. They're waiting, but we don't know for what.
I need some information.
50 gold pieces.
Yes, here. Now tell me more about the orcs.
The orcs are led by elite warriors. Those warriors are very strong and heavily armored. They are almost impossible to defeat. I once saw one of them fell a fully grown oak tree with one blow of his axe.
I need some information.
50 gold pieces.
Yes, here. Now tell me about the castle.
It lies pretty much in the center of the Valley of Mines. Back when the valley was still a prison, the ore barons controlled the entire ore trade from there.
I need some information.
50 gold pieces.
Yes, here. Now tell me about the Valley of Mines.
The Valley of Mines of Carinus is known all over the country for its magic ore. These mountains are the only place where the magic ore can be found. A weapon forged from this ore is virtually unbreakable and will cut through the strongest armor. Until a few weeks ago, the entire valley was surrounded by a magic barrier. It was impenetrable, and nobody could get out.
I need some information.
50 gold pieces.
Yes, here. Now tell me more about the Valley of Mines.
The valley's changed a lot during these last few days. When the orcs came, the other horrible creatures showed up as well, the likes of which have never been seen around here before. They say that a few lonely hunters are still about, but I'm not sure whether they're even still alive. It seems like all the creatures of Beliar have flocked together in this very valley.
I need some information.
50 gold pieces.
Yes, here. Now tell me about the dragons.
Dragons are ancient, incredibly powerful creatures. Once there were thousands of them living all over the world. It's been over 100 years, though, since any of them were seen. Their blood is as hot as boiling oil. If they look into your eyes, your heart will turn to stone, so I've heard.
I need some information.
50 gold pieces.
Yes, here. Now tell me more about the dragons.
All dragons are not alike. Some of them could cover the entire land with a layer of ice several feet thick. Others prefer living in swampy surroundings or in volcanoes.
I need some information.
50 gold pieces.
Yes, here. Now tell me. You know, just give me back my money. I changed my mind.
Suit yourself.
Huh. What?
Where do you come from?
We come from, The city.
I see, from the city then.
See? You understand. Here, have a swig.
What are you doing here?
We heard about the dragon hunt, so we packed up our stuff and came here. But to be honest, I don't give a shit about dragons. I just want a bit of gold. Dragons have gold, don't they?
Certainly. What do you know about the dragons?
I only know the stories they tell the children. You know, virgins, gold, fire breathing, that kind of thing.
Where are you planning to go from here?
No idea. We're still thinking about it.
What about the orcs?
The whole castle is surrounded. There aren't any gaps. Trying to sneak through there is insane. If you try to fight, you're a dead man. Nobody gets through there.
Ah, really?
I don't know why he gets so worked up.
I've got no time for things like that.
Hey, you. Guys like you should watch where they're going.
What are you trying to tell me?
I mean that the air out here isn't good for your health. And the place is just swarming with orcs and monsters. Not to mention the dragons. It's just a well-intentioned warning.
No time for things like that.
I already thought as much.
Can you tell me anything I don't know already?
I can give you a good piece of advice, and it's even free. We can't use anyone here who faints dead away at the slightest dragon fart. Go home. This is a job for real men.
Are you the boss here?
Do I look like it? Certainly not. We don't need any self-important jerk ordering us around. When Silvio tried to act like he was the boss, we showed him and his buddies what we thought of that. There was a brawl. In the end, they left on their own. I hope Silvio wound up in a soup kettle of some orc.
Where did you pick that up then?
What does he know about duty?
Have you seen a dragon yet?
Not so far, but the beast can't hide forever.
What does he know about duty?
Hey, you!
Can't go on like this forever.
So, you want to kill dragons?
Secret.
Smart ass. So, do you know how to bring down a dragon? Do you think the beast will just sit there quietly while you chop off its head? Something like that takes good planning and decisive action.
I see. And how are you gonna go about that?
First, we'll scout out where we can find the beast. Only then will we think about the best way to attack.
Deserve that.
How are you gonna get past the orcs?
We'll worry about those details later.
I don't know why he gets so worked up.
Things I could tell you.
I'd love to watch you do that, but I've gotta be on my way.
Get yourself back over the pass. Otherwise, you may end up missing a limb or two.
Don't say you didn't know that.
Hey, you!
No idea. You tell me.
I can't believe that.
No idea. You tell me.
I don't believe this is gonna change.
He would have never thought of that himself.
I don't believe this is going to change.
I'm no better off myself.
He really didn't deserve that.
Nobody.
You're pulling such a long face.
Oh, damn it to hell. I tell you, you have to watch like a hawk. If you turn your back for a moment, all your stuff is gone. Dirty scum.
What scum?
Those dragon-hunting riffraff, of course. Who do you think I was talking about? You gotta watch out, I tell you.
Never thought of that himself.
Did someone steal from you?
No, they smuggled 20 gold pieces into my pocket. Of course they stole something, you idiot. I tell you, when I get my hands on the dirty swine,
It's all just gossip.
Calm down. A paladin shouldn't lose his temper like that.
But I don't want to calm down. That was everything I owned, damn it.
So what are you missing?
My purse, with all my savings in it. And now it's gone.
It'll turn up somewhere.
When I get my hands on him.
That's not right.
I'm not touching that.
Justice will prevail in the end.
Hey,
That's been
I think I found your purse.
What? Where? What bastard did that?
You hardly know who to believe these days.
Don't say you didn't know that.
I suspect one of the dragon hunters.
I knew it. Just wait. I'll give those swine what for.
I'm no better off myself.
Stop it at once!
Whoa!
Don't take any crap.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, let him have it.
Fight.
Do you have any news?
The dragon hunters have arrived. They strike me as tough bastards, and I hope they are, because otherwise they won't survive for long.
Dead.
Show me your wares.
Nobody ever asks for my opinion.
I'm not telling you anything new.
But he
Oh,
knew
my
that.
Nothing to be had there.
That's the first I've heard of it.
If he doesn't see that, I can't.
It's good that you've come. All hell is breaking loose here.
What happened?
The dragon hunters are strutting around here in the castle and bragging that they can solve the dragon problem. But I'll tell you what, the way they look, they won't even kill a sick old snapper. A lot of us are getting really worried by now and no longer truly believe that we'll ever make it out of here alive.
Weren't there two of you sentinels up here?
Not anymore. Sengrath stood here on the battlements when suddenly he fell asleep. His good crossbow fell down when that happened. We could only just see one of the orcs snatch it up and disappear with it into the darkness. Sengrath woke up then and just ran into the night towards the orc palisades. He hasn't come back since. In us, be with us.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
I already thought as much.
That's been known a long time.
What are you doing here?
I'm getting ready to fight. What else?
That's been known a long time.
Who do you want to fight against?
I thought I'd drop in on the paladins and kick their fat asses. Idiot. Against the dragons, of course. What did you think?
Nobody ever asks for my opinion.
Don't the paladins mind you being here?
If he doesn't
Nonsense.
see that, I
They have
can't-
entirely different problems. Most of them are glad to be still alive. The boys' morale isn't the best. That will be their downfall. I mean, just look at those nicked blades they're fixing to go into battle with. Any reasonable warrior would desert immediately.
He really did.
Have you separated from your group?
My group? I don't have a group.
Amazes me anymore.
I'm a trophy collector. If I go home without a trophy, then I won't know what I came for. So I can't use anybody else.
It's really not my problem.
Have you set eyes on a dragon yet?
Why he gets so
No.
worked up.
I want to get my weapons in shape before I set off.
Justice will prevail in the end.
But he
Aren't
knew
you afraid that somebody might beat you to it?
What?
If he
Who?
doesn't see that, I
Silvio? Have you seen the pathetic figures he's got with him? Silvio can be glad if he gets out of here alive.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
Silvio was here?
his
Here in the castle, you mean? Yeah, he was. But only for a short
I'm
time.
no better off myself.
He chatted with a few people here and then set out again.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
So where is Silvio now?
I'm no better
The
off
paladins
myself.
here mentioned an ice dragon in the west. It's supposed to be the most dangerous and powerful of them all. You should have seen the gleam in Silvio's eye when he heard that. One guess where he went.
I'm in enough trouble as it is.
You don't seem to like him.
What do you mean, like? I'm not particularly proud that I know him. Silvio doesn't have any friends. He needs people who follow him no matter what. That's not for me. I work alone.
He really didn't deserve that.
Can you help me improve my weapons?
Improve? Better to buy something new and throw away the junk you're carrying around. Maybe I've got something for you. Interested?
What can you sell me?
Man, look at how low I've sunk. Now I'm even selling my weapons to a paladin.
I don't know why he gets so worked up.
What can you sell?
Man,
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
Is it really true?
I've heard a thing or two.
Is it really true?
How's business?
So. I hope that the dragon hunters are as full of gold as they are of hot air. How about you? Is there anything else you need?
Show me your wares.
You listen to the wrong people.
I'm not touching that.
Is
Where
it
do you
really
come
true?
from?
From the mainland. My people and I fled here.
That.
The situation there is getting worse. The orcs leave nothing but burned-out villages behind. The king has lost control of his realm. You paladins have failed, if you ask me.
He really didn't.
Where are your people now?
I left them. They thought they could take everything they wanted, even if it doesn't belong to them.
I don't know why he
Count
gets
me
so
out.
worked up.
I'd have done it different.
What else do you know about the war?
You haven't been to see your king in a long time, huh? The orcs are outside the capital. But whether it's fallen yet, I don't know.
I can't believe
The last thing I heard was that the king is dead. But I don't believe that.
nobody ever asks for my opinion.
What are you doing here in the castle?
I heard about the dragons and wanted to help fight them. Unfortunately, I lost my sword when I was sneaking past the orcs. And now I'm stuck here. Without a sword, I can't get out of here. And the swords I can buy here are the worst junk.
Do you really believe that?
I shall find your sword.
That would be great. You should look for it on the high cliff to the south. I probably lost it there, near the orc tents.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
It was a really stupid idea to come here. I thought there was something to be had here. But there's nothing here but a few arrogant paladins and orcs.
You forgot about the dragons.
How could I forget? I'll tell you what, I'm a blacksmith, not a warrior. Look, I make weapons. The fighting I leave to others.
Then why aren't you standing behind an anvil?
The paladins here won't let me into the smithy. I can't make anything unless I want to wind up in the dungeon. You're one of them too. So how about putting in a good word for me, huh?
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
I'll try to help you.
How will you manage that? Parsifal has ordered a watch kept on us. No one would dare to disregard it.
I'll do whatever I can.
I can't imagine that he would listen to you.
That was obvious all along.
Where do you come from?
I've joined up with some men from the mountains. We were headed for the valley to make a real profit hunting dragons. Their leader went by the name of Silvio. Boy, what an ass. He treated me like I was his property.
What happened in the castle?
Nothing that I've heard. Of course, I'm worried about what's happened outside the castle.
For that is the will of Inos.
Is it really true?
I wouldn't be so sure.
I'm no better off myself.
They listen to me.
I hardly know
Can't
what
go
to
on like
believe.
this forever. They didn't get that from me.
All quiet.
Quiet, yes.
But
My navel's rubbing against my backbone, man. Garan cut the food rations again. If I don't get a decent meal down my throat, then I'm going to bite Garan's fat ass.
That would be a problem.
maybe I could give you something.
Are you crazy? Certainly not here. If one of the others sees, I'll have a ton of new friends, if you know what I mean. You can find me in the Magician's Temple when everyone else has retired. There's hardly anyone in the temple at this time anyway. I'll wait for you there. But just don't show up with dry bread or some raw hunk of meat, got it?
I don't know what to believe anymore. There have been all kinds of rumors. Don't say you didn't know that.
Hey, you!
It can't go on like this forever.
Why aren't you at work?
But that's disgusting! Have you had a look in my chamber? Those filthy meat bugs are everywhere. I have no idea who set up quarters in there before, but I'm certainly not going back into that filthy sty. I hate those beasts, and stop grinning like an idiot.
So why won't they listen to me?
I'll get you now.
The meat bugs are gone. You can go back to polishing your thumb screws or whatever.
Are you sure that not one of those monsters is left?
Pretty sure.
All right, then. Here, take this gold as a token of my gratitude.
Oh, don't make me cry. Wait a minute.
You mustn't believe everything.
I want to become... Are you all right?
And are you sure those meat bugs are gone?
Look, there's one right behind you.
What? I'm out of here.
You really didn't deserve that.
That's exactly what I said.
I'm in enough trouble as it is.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
Those monsters heard this before.
Some don't even know how wicked they are.
Wait and see.
That's all just gossip. I don't want to hear that.
That's the first I've heard of it.
Don't I know you? You were Korangar. You used to be a Templar in the swamp camp.
Call me Angar. I have set aside my title. The Brotherhood of the Sleeper has disbanded. Curious, but you seem somehow familiar to me. Yet I cannot quite recall you.
What's the matter with you?
Oh, I haven't been able to sleep properly for some time. These constant nightmares.
How did you get here?
After the collapse of the magic barrier, I hid myself in the mountains. It became time for me to do something. I strayed about for days until I suddenly awoke in the castle. Do not ask me what happened. I don't know. To make matters worse, I have also lost the amulet which I have had for years. I shall go mad if I do not find it again.
What will you do next?
I shall rest a while first, so that I may take up the search for my lost amulet. I have heard something of dragons. It is also being said that many warriors have come to the Valley of Mines to hunt them. I am thinking of joining them.
That's been known a long time.
What happened to the others from the swamp camp?
I don't believe
The last thing I remember is that the barrier collapsed, accompanied by a nerve-shattering scream. Stricken with panicked fear, we fell to the ground, writhing in pain. That voice, it grew ever louder. And then, when it was over, they all ran mad and disappeared into the bleak night, screaming loudly. I have not seen them again.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
Where exactly did you lose your amulet?
Somewhere in the south, shortly before I awoke here in the castle.
Some don't even know how
I
wicked
suspect
they are.
it was stolen. I absolutely must have it back.
Nobody ever asks for my opinion.
Maybe I can help you find your amulet.
Why not? Some help cannot hurt.
He didn't get that from me.
What about the dragon hunters?
I will speak with them later. Maybe they can use a strong arm.
I'm in enough trouble as it is.
When will you go?
As soon as I feel better.
Where do you want to look?
I shall go to the south, where I was last. There is a cave tomb there, surrounded by many boulders.
I've got to go.
Watch your back. Don't tell me you didn't know that.
Some don't even know how wicked they are.
I've heard of it.
There you are. So what is it now? Do you have anything for me to eat?
A piece of sausage?
Sure, give it here. Do you have more?
A good soup would hit the spot, don't you think?
Sure, give it here. Do you have more?
That's all I have.
And I'm supposed to believe that? All right, better than nothing. Here's a bit of gold for it. Well, I need to get back to my post.
Forever.
I'm back already.
I never thought we would see you here again. After that scene when you were here a few days ago, I welcome you into our order. Maybe your appearance is a good omen.
I need more information about the dragons.
A rather large swamp has developed in the last couple of days to the west of the old castle. That's rather suspicious, wouldn't you say?
I need more information about the dragons.
At the moment, alas, I've got nothing for you.
Can I help?
At the moment, we seem to have done everything which is possible from here. There is something, however, something very important which you could do for us outside of these walls. We are planning to cut off the serpent's head.
What do you mean by that?
We know one of their leaders. His name is Hoshpak. He is one of the most influential shaman among the orcs.
And what is my role?
Kill him.
That's a joke.
You are the only one that we can spare. All the other knights are needed here. Hoshpak's tent is situated outside of the siege circle, on a cliff to the south of here. You can almost see it from one of the windows there.
I still need some equipment.
We don't have much left that we could give you. Well, I can offer you this.
I'll take the elixir of strength.
Here, this will certainly come in useful. I wish you luck.
All right, I shall kill Hoshpak.
I am glad to hear that. Hoshpak's tent stands on a small cliff. You must have seen it before. It is not far from the path to our mine, directly in the shadow of the big mountain.
Any news?
The orcs are becoming more and more numerous. This is not good.
Did anything important happen?
I'm worried. Very worried.
What for?
Recently, these men showed up. They call themselves dragon hunters. As far as I'm concerned, they're nothing but idlers and criminals. If it were up to me, I'd chase them all out of the castle. Let the orcs take care of them.
Don't you think you're exaggerating?
Absolutely not. In our situation, we need men who set a shining example. Warriors to wake the fire of Innos in our fighters' hearts. Instead, these scum destroy the morale of my warriors.
Unlike Lord Hagen, they are here.
Yes. Unfortunately, they're all we have. Innos is putting us through a very hard test indeed.
I need to talk to you about Jan.
Jan? Who's that?
A dragon hunter. He's a blacksmith.
Oh yes, I remember. What about him?
He wants to work in the smithy.
Out of the question. He isn't one of us and I don't trust him.
Can't you reconsider the matter with Jan?
No, my decision is firm.
And apart from that?
Leave me alone.
I'm back.
I can see that for myself. Where are the reinforcements?
Lord Hagen will come as soon as he's settled everything. Much has happened.
I don't care. I need troops. There are more and more orcs, and we can't hold out much longer. My men are tired, and we're running out of provisions.
Some volunteers have arrived.
You mean the dragon hunters outside in the yard? They may help us, but there just aren't enough of them. If Hagen doesn't send some men soon, I can't make any guarantees.
I always act in the name.
Can you give me more information about the dragons?
I have other things to worry about. My strategic officer Aura can tell you more about that.
There is a problem with the smith.
What, Smith? He's disappeared into the woodwork. Is he back? Then you can tell him.
No, I'm talking about Jan. One of the dragon hunters. He's a smith.
That's good. Our previous smith just slinked off, the coward.
Jan would be willing to take over the smithy.
I see. So you think I can trust him?
Yes?
If you're so sure, then you can vouch for him. If he causes any trouble, you'll answer for it. Agreed?
I'll vouch for Jan.
All right. He can use the smithy. Of course, he'll also have to provide my men with swords.
I've got no time for things like that.
Garon wants Jan to take over the smithy.
If that's so, then as far as I'm concerned, he can have the smithy. Even if I do think it's a mistake to trust this Jan. Same old thing all over again.
As if I didn't have enough of this forever.
That was obvious.
Innos enlightens all those who recognize.
Go get your hammer. There's work for you.
You did? How'd you manage that?
I had to vouch for you, so don't disappoint me.
Don't worry. I'm glad that I can work it all.
Wait a minute. Are you selling any weapons?
No way. And then your colleagues here will stick me in jail for black marketing, huh? Forget about it. But I can show you how to forge your own weapon.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
Can I buy some armor from you?
Nothing that would be better than your armor. We should forget it.
He listened to the wrong people.
Teach me how to be a smith.
What exactly do you plan to make?
Nobody will learn anything from me.
For that is the will of Innos.
It's a bad business.
Don't say you didn't know that.
I'm no better off myself.